Palm Beach in the 80s wasn't just rich, it was a different country. Private clubs, gated estates, rules that only applied to people who couldn't afford lawyers. Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump lived in the same zip code, same parties, same circuit. According to multiple reports, they met in the late 1980s when Trump was building his casino empire and Epstein was climbing as a financier. November 1992. NBC archived this footage, and it sat there for decades. Trump and Epstein at Mar-a-Lago.
Footage from 1992 found in the NBC archives shows the future president welcoming Jeffrey Epstein to his Mar-a-Lago estate.
Just the two of them, 28 women. Trump called them calendar girls. The man who arranged it, George Horaney, told the New York Times the guest list was specific. Trump and Epstein requested it be just the two of them and the women. According to a 2019 New York Times report, Horaney said years later that Trump had been warned about Epstein going after young girls back then. Watch how comfortable they are, laughing, pointing.
Yet, a tape in the NBC archives of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention.
This isn't acquaintances at a fundraiser. This is two men who know each other's rhythms. Between 1993 and 1997, Trump flew on Epstein's private jet at least 7 times, not to the island, between Palm Beach and New York. The flights are documented in FOIA logs. 7 confirmed trips. Palm Beach to New York. New York to Palm Beach. According to CNN's review of flight logs in 2025, Trump used Epstein's plane like a shuttle service.
A federal prosecutor, citing flight logs, says Trump was a passenger on at least 8 flights between 1993 and 1996, between New York and Florida on Epstein's jet.
Then there's the book, Epstein's Little Black Book, 97 pages, nearly 1,000 contacts. Trump's on page 80. 10 phone numbers, 2 addresses, and his entry was circled. Not everyone was circled. Trump's was. When the book went up for auction in 2024, forensic examiners verified it. They called the numbers, checked addresses against properties Epstein owned in the mid-90s. Everything matched. This wasn't a fantasy list. It was a working directory. It wasn't just Trump. Ivana, Ivanka, his brother Robert, his ex-sister-in-law Blaine, all of them listed, all of them with multiple contact points. 1997, Victoria's Secret Angels party in Manhattan. Trump and Epstein showed up together. Models everywhere, cameras everywhere. They didn't hide. Photo after photo. Palm Beach galas, charity events, always the same circle. Epstein, Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, sometimes Prince Andrew. 2000, a charity fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago. The photo shows Trump, Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Prince Andrew, all 4 in the same frame. Maxwell would later be convicted of sex trafficking. Andrew would be sued by Virginia Giuffre and stripped of his royal titles. Summer 2000, Virginia Giuffre was 16, working as a spa attendant at Mar-a-Lago. Her father worked maintenance there. Social Security records submitted in court cases later confirmed she was employed at Trump's club that summer. Giuffre said Ghislaine Maxwell approached her while she was reading a massage therapy book, offered her a job with Epstein. Better pay, travel, no experience needed. Giuffre said it happened 2 to 3 weeks after she started at Mar-a-Lago.
Ghislaine Maxwell approached me at the spa area. She was like this really bright Mary Poppins kind of a...
Here's the timeline problem. Giuffre worked at Mar-a-Lago in summer 2000. She said Maxwell recruited her from there. Maxwell was Epstein's partner. Epstein was still a member at Mar-a-Lago. Trump later said Epstein was banned for taking spa workers, but that ban didn't happen until years later. October 2002, New York Magazine, a profile of Epstein. Trump gave them this quote, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side."
I've known Jeff Epstein for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
15 years puts their friendship starting around 1987. Many of them are on the younger side. That's not speculation from a reporter. That's Trump's own words, in print, in 2002. What did Trump know when he said this? Epstein hadn't been arrested yet, no public charges. But according to George Horaney's later testimony, he'd warned Trump about Epstein and young girls back in the 90s, and Trump still called him terrific in 2002. 2003, Epstein turned 50. Ghislaine Maxwell compiled a birthday album, leather bound, 3 volumes. She asked friends for drawings, photos, or stories. One page has Trump's name on it, a drawing of a naked woman, typewritten text inside the outline, Trump's signature where pubic hair would be. The letter ends with this line, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." The Wall Street Journal broke this story in July 2025. They'd reviewed the birthday book, described the letter in detail. Trump called them before publication, said it was fake, threatened to sue.
Well, last night, in a post on Truth Social, that lengthy post, right after this bombshell report in the Wall Street Journal was published, going on Truth Social saying he would do just that. And now he has. He has filed suit there against Dow Jones, News Corp, Rupert Murdoch, and 2 Wall Street Journal reporters raising these claims under federal libel law. So we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out in federal courts.
Trump said, "I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It's not my language. It's not my words." He filed a $10 billion lawsuit against the Journal. September 2025. House Democrats got the birthday book from Epstein's estate. They released it publicly. The letter looks exactly how the Wall Street Journal described it. Trump's team said the signature doesn't match. They showed recent signatures. But a New York Times analysis from 2016 showed Trump's signature evolved significantly over decades. Earlier signatures look much closer to the one on the Epstein letter. September 22nd, the Journal filed a motion to dismiss Trump's lawsuit. They said the birthday book was real, produced by Epstein's estate, released by Congress, and they argued that even if Trump did write it, there's nothing legally defamatory about sending a body note to a friend. 2004, a Palm Beach mansion hit the market. Maison de l'Amitié, House of Friendship, 62,000 square feet, ocean views, bankruptcy auction. Epstein wanted it, showed it to Trump, asked for advice on moving the swimming pool. According to author Michael Wolff, who says he recorded 100 hours of interviews with Epstein, Trump then went behind Epstein's back and bid $1.35 million. The bankruptcy trustee called it 2 very large Palm Beach egos going at it. Trump won, outbid Epstein by $5 million. Epstein was furious. Trump bought it for $41 million. Spent maybe $3 million on renovations, though he claimed 25. 4 years later, sold it to Russian billionaire Dmitry Rybolovlev for $95 million, more than doubled his money on a house Epstein wanted.
Epstein believed Donald Trump went to the Palm Beach police and, as Epstein said, dropped a dime on him.
Wolff claims Epstein threatened to sue Trump for fronting for someone else's money. And then according to Wolff, Epstein believed Trump informed Palm Beach police about the underage girls going in and out of Epstein's house. That's when the investigation started.
This story does not begin with the media. It begins with a local police investigation.
November 2004. Trump wins the auction. March 2005. Palm Beach police start investigating Epstein after a 14-year-old girl reports being molested, 5 months apart.
Donald Trump was telling the Palm Beach police back in 2006 that everybody knew Epstein.
2006. Palm Beach police opened an investigation and got information from Trump about Epstein being an evil person, indulging with underage girls.
And I think this is public and it's worth looking at, is the search warrant, Jeffrey Epstein's house.
By October, the list of accusers is growing. Police get a search warrant, find notes with phone numbers of girls in Epstein's trash. Butler's statements corroborate the accusations.
That's such old history, very easy to explain, but I don't want to waste your time by explaining it. But for years, I wouldn't talk to Jeffrey Epstein.
This is where Trump's story gets complicated. He said Epstein was banned from Mar-a-Lago for being a creep, for hiring young girls. Multiple reports put that ban in late 2007.
Maybe they're the same thing, it's sort of a little bit of the same thing. But no, he took people that worked for me, and I told him don't do it anymore, and he did it. And I said, stay the hell out of here.
But Trump's explanations have changed. First, he said it was the real estate deal. Then he said Epstein was a creep. Then in 2025, he said Epstein stole spa workers. He specifically named Virginia Giuffre as one of them.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Giuffre?
July 29th, 2025. Trump on Air Force One, he stole people that worked for me. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us. As you know, none whatsoever.
The president is now accusing Epstein of stealing young women who work at the Mar-a-Lago spa, and that includes Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre.
Here's the problem. Giuffre worked at Mar-a-Lago in summer 2000. Maxwell recruited her then. But Trump said Epstein was banned in 2007. That's 7 years later. And Trump called Epstein terrific in 2002, 2 years after Giuffre was recruited.
WPBF 25 News investigators obtained the original message pads seized from the late Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach mansion back in 2005.
When police arrested Epstein in 2005 and 2006, they found message pads in his Palm Beach home. Trump's name was on some of them. Years after Giuffre was recruited. Years after Trump says they fell out over real estate.
Jeffrey Epstein went to jail just before 10 this morning. He pleaded guilty in open court. He agreed to serve a total of 18 months in the Palm Beach detention facility.
June 2008. Epstein pleads guilty to procuring a person under 18 for prostitution. He gets 13 months in a county jail. Work release 6 days a week. It's called a sweetheart deal.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
No photos, no events. Trump says people need to move and forget about him.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. I mean, people in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
July 2019. Epstein's arrested on federal sex trafficking charges. Reporter asks Trump in the Oval Office. He says, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture. I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I was not a fan.
Katie Johnson, using a pseudonym, filed a federal lawsuit alleging sexual assault by Donald Trump when she was 13 years old.
In 2016, a woman using the name Katie Johnson filed lawsuits alleging Trump and Epstein raped her in 1994 when she was 13. The cases were dismissed or withdrawn. She never appeared publicly. Her identity was never confirmed. The allegations were never proven in court.
If they wanted to release, people shouldn't be hurt, but I'm in support of keeping it totally open. I couldn't care less. You got a lot of people that could be mentioned in those files.
2024 campaigns. Trump and his allies promised to release the Epstein files. All of them. No redactions. Full transparency.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files.
February 2025. Attorney General Pam Bondi says she's reviewing Epstein material at Trump's direction. FBI goes through 100,000 records.
This memo is a fucking joke.
July 6th, 2025. DOJ releases a memo. No client list exists. No credible evidence Epstein blackmailed anyone. His death was suicide. Nothing more will be released.
It's time for a Trump administration to shut down, defund, and prosecute every single leftist organization. If Charlie Kirk dies from his injuries, his life cannot be in vain. We must shut these lunatic leftists down. They all need to be rounded up and arrested. Every single fucking one of them.
The backlash is instant. Not from Democrats, from Trump's own supporters. They wanted names. They wanted evidence. They got a memo saying there's nothing to see.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting the Justice Department told President Trump in May that his name is among many in the Epstein files.
Wall Street Journal and New York Times later report that Bondi had informed Trump in May his name appeared in the files. Unverified hearsay, but it was there.
President Trump signing a long-awaited bill forcing the DOJ to release its files on the late notorious sex offender Jeffrey Epstein within 30 days.
November 19th, 2025. Trump signs the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Congress mandated release. He signed it without reporters present, quietly.
With the question that David Spunt raised, highly unusual for someone in Todd Blanche's position to go down there and speak to a convict for sexual trafficking.
Same month, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche spent 2 days in Florida. He questioned Ghislaine Maxwell for 9 hours. She initiated the meetings. Maxwell serving 20 years for sex trafficking. And now, she's talking to Trump's Justice Department.
How well did Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein really know each other? Epstein was a billionaire financier turned convicted sex offender.
Let's count what's documented, not alleged, not rumored, documented. Friendship starting in the late 1980s. At least 7 flights on Epstein's private jet. 10 phone numbers in Epstein's black book with the entry circled. The 1992 party, just them and 28 women. Photos at multiple events through the late 90s and early 2000s. Trump called Epstein terrific in 2002 and noting he likes women on the younger side. A birthday letter in 2003 ending with "May every day be another wonderful secret." The 2004 real estate deal that created the falling out. Message pads with Trump's name found during Epstein's arrest. And Trump's name appearing in the Epstein files that his own administration said didn't warrant release.
By the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly. I never had the privilege of going to his island.
Here's what's not documented. Trump visiting Epstein's island. Any victim accusing Trump of abuse in court testimony. Any evidence Trump participated in or knew about Epstein's crimes. The pattern is this: 15 years of documented social contact, then a break around 2004, then a decade of distance. Then when Epstein's arrested, Trump says he wasn't a fan, banned him years ago, barely knew him.
I mean, when we announced the book, we made it clear that Trump was not implicated.
Virginia Giuffre spent 2 years inside Epstein's operation. Her co-author Amy Wallace said Giuffre never mentioned Trump as involved in the trafficking ring. She was actually a Trump supporter because he campaigned on releasing the files.
He is charming. He is able to convince people. So he tells everybody what they want to hear.
This isn't about guilt by association. It's about what association looked like. Parties, planes, phone books, public praise. A birthday card with a naked woman and the words "another wonderful secret." The questions don't go away because the files stayed sealed. When did Trump know? What did he see? Why did it take years to ban someone he now calls a creep?
Because President Trump has now signed the Epstein Files bill into law. The final step to force the Justice Department to turn over everything it has on Epstein within the next 30 days.
He promised transparency. Then his Justice Department said there's nothing to release. He promised accountability. Then his deputy AG met privately with Epstein's convicted accomplice.
You're looking at newly uncovered photos of Jeffrey Epstein attending the wedding of Donald Trump and Marla Maples.
The receipts are the timeline is clear. What you do with that information, that's on you. Every single documented interaction, chronologically, no spin, just facts. Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe for more Rich and Reckless.